Kapatari from Extra Coding YouTube channel is back again. So friends, in today's video we're gonna learn OS module. OS module is really interesting module, and with this you can work on files. So here let me just import OS, okay, and here let me open this. Wait a second. Okay, so I have adjusted my screen, right? Now here what I have to do is, for example, if I want to know what's my current working directory, so here I can just write print and here os dot c get cwd. So get cwd. Now if I run my program, see, this is the path. Okay, now if I want to make a directory here, so os dot make the, okay, this makes the directory, and here you can pass any value, the name of the folder that you want. So here if I write important, okay, and run my program, you can see there's no name, no folder named important. So here if I run it, see, important has been made. Okay, right now it's empty. Okay, but now if I again run it, you'll see it will throw an error. See, and what's the error? That the file already exists. So how can we check whether the file exists or not? Okay, file or folder exists or not. So here we can just write os dot path dot exists, and here we will give the path. So here I just have to write important because the folder is in the same directory as my file. Okay, so wait a second, let me just comment this one out because it is causing an error. And here, wait a second, let me just print it also. Print, yeah. See, it is returning true because important folder is there. And now if I write my importance, okay, like this, so you can see that it will write false because there's no folder named my importance. Okay, now if you want to make a folder or file only when it does not exist, right, without causing any error, so what you can do is just use if os dot path dot exist, and here you can just give the name of the folder or file. So copy it and paste it, okay, and here we'll write then print the folder or file already exists. Okay, so here's the message. Or else if it is not there, then it will print, no, it will make the directory. So os dot make the, and here you can give the name of the this. Okay, so first let me write important so that it is clear to you. Important, okay, So now if I run it, you'll see it won't cause an error. See, it is just writing the folder or file already exists, right? But now here, if I have my importance, copy, paste. Okay, so as you can see, there's no folder named my importance. So now it will make the folder here. See, my importance, right? Now again, if I again run it, you'll see that the folder or file already exists, right? And for creating a file, let me just comment this all things out. Okay, well, here I write it like this: open, and here I write the name of the file that I want. So see, file.txt is not there, file.csv is there, but file.txt is not there. So I can write file.txt and use and I open it using writer or append mode or any other mode that you want. So okay, but if you write here reader mode, suppose, first let me show you. By default it is reader mode only, and then after that I close it. Okay, so see, file not found error, it will throw in file not found error. But here if you use w mode, writer mode, it will make the file.txt file. Okay, so for making a file you use writer or append mode only. Okay, if you use that reader mode, it will throw an error as it threw now only. So here it is how can we make files. Okay, so let me just comment this out. And here as you can see that my folders, my files are in the same directory as my this Python file. So that's why I'm just giving the name of them. But if suppose if the files or folders are in another directory, then you have to give the whole path. Suppose the files are in C or E directory, then you have to give the whole path of the file. So hope this is clear. So now let's see how can we change our current working directory. So here we can just write os.chd. So this is for change directory, and here I can just use Python. Okay, so I'll have to give whole path. So let me just copy it and paste it right here. Okay, now if I'll try to get the current working directory, just copy it and paste it here. Wait a second, here is the error. Yeah, now if I see, the current path is dpython, right? So here I just want, this is how we can change the directory. Okay, and here let me just comment this out because I do not want my directory, current working directory, to get changed. Okay, now we have another function, listdir. So what does listdir do is, it will make the list of all the files and folders of your current working directory and will print. So print os.listdir, and here we do not have to give any argument here because it will make the directory of it will make the list of the folders and files of the current working directory. So here, if I run it, see, here are the files and there are folders as well, important. Okay, now if you want to get the list of this folder Python, then what you can do is you can just copy the path and here paste the path. Okay, now if I run it, see, all the files are there. Okay, now here, as you can see that there are the names of the files, but if you want the whole path of the files to be here instead of the names, right? So what you can do is, here you can just use for loop. So for I, or you can say f n, so f stands for file as well as for folder. Okay, so for f in os dot listdir. Okay, so I'm gonna work on current directory only, current working directory. And here what I can do is I can write os dot path dot join. So join is a function that joins two paths. So first path will be os dot get cwd. So the first path will be the path of the current working directory, and the second path will be f, that will be the name of the file or folder that will be in listdir. Okay, and after this, suppose this is my path. Okay, and I can print the path here. So if I run it, see, it's giving the whole path, right? So hope this is clear. Now suppose I have a folder here, Python Tude, and I have some more folders in it, as you can see here, right? And here also I have some files and folders, right? So here, if I want to, suppose, let's get the list of this folder using listdir. Okay, so here let me just comment this out, and here let me write print os dot listdir, and here let me just write, give the path of this folder. So copy, and here let me write paste. Okay, wait a second. Yeah, so if I'll run it, okay, so yeah, let me just comment this out. You'll see it is only giving 3 folders: doc, tunes and video, right? But I want to have all the files that are here in the uh, in this folder, all the files, and the files inside the another folder which are there. So if I want all the files and folders inside this, so I can use walk. Okay, so os dot walk, and here let me give the name of the file. Okay, right? Wait a second. Yeah, here. And let me just folder is equals to this. Okay. Now if I print my folder, see, wait a second, see, this is an iterator, right? It is a generator as well. You can see, right? So here, what I can do is, I can use for loop, right? As usual. So here we will write like this. So for I, wait a second. So first write for path, and then let's write folder, and then file, and this, let me just write initial folder, initial folder, in initial folder. Okay, so this was my initial folder, and here I'll write print, and here I'll use f string, f strings, and inside this I'll write path. Okay, so here I can just write current path is this. Okay, and then let me just copy it and paste it again, and here folders, and here file. Okay, now if I run it, see, here's it. See, so first current path was python tut. Okay, and inside this the folders were, as you can see, wait a second, here I think I haven't changed. Yeah, so here I have to give folder, and here I have to give file. See, current path is this one, python tut, d python tut. Then folders are doc, tunes, and fold video. Okay, so these are the folders here. So let me show it to you. Inside this, these are the folders only, and there are no files, so that's why it is empty. Then it will walk in document. As you can see, first is document. So now the current path is python tut, and then you can see that it is doc. So if I open it, you can see the three folders: css, html, and js. So here, see, folder is css, html, and js, and here also there is no file, that's why it is empty. Then the current path is d python tut doc, and inside that css, so it is async css now. And inside css you can see that there's no folder, so there's an empty list. And here it is, there are three css file here, right? Then after this, the current path is python doc html. Okay, then it is working on html, and there's no folder, and there are three html files here as well. And after this, it is working on js folder. You can see current path js, and then it has also no folder, and there are three js files here. Then you can see that d python tut tunes. So as there are no more folders here, so it is now working on this tunes. So tunes, and the folder is correction, and files are this and this. So there are two files, as you can see, and one folder. Then after this, the current path is Python 2 tunes correction. So it is here, and then here is also, there's no folder, and there are two MP, there are wave files, right? So there is wave files. After this, it is working on video. So here, as you can see, here's the video. So here there is no folder, but there is one MP4 file. So hope this is clear to you, right? So this is how walk works. Okay. Now let's see how can we remove a directory. Okay. So here I can use os.rmdir remove directory. Okay. And here, if I give any of the, suppose, tunes, okay, any of the folder, so now if I run it, you'll see that it won't work. It will throw an error. See, the system cannot find the file specified. Well, I think I have to give the path. So let me just copy the path and paste it right here. Okay. Now, as you can see here, that it is in yellow color, right? So as it is in yellow color, hope you remember that we learned escape sequences, right? So in escape sequences, \t stands for tab. So it will give a tab in the string, right? So here, I do not want that. I want it to work as a path, right? So here what I can do is whether to put double backslash here, to put single backslash. Okay. Hope you remember that in escape sequences, for single backslash we have to put double backslash, right? Either you work like this, or you can just put an R before this, before the string. So R stands for raw. Okay. So here, now if I run it, you'll see the directory is not empty. So rmdir removes the directories which are empty. Okay, it removes only those directories which are empty. So here tunes is not empty here. So here, suppose if I make another folder, empty folder. Okay, so here I do not have anything in it. See, it is totally empty. So now if I write here empty folder, so now if I run it, you'll see that it will delete this folder. See, this folder has been deleted, and it won't be there in your recycle bin as well. Okay. Now, as you know that we made here mkdir, right? It used to make the directories, but now if I make a directory inside a directory, so what can I do is, here I can just write os.makedirs. Okay, and here I can just pass new folder, and here after this I can write like this, slash, and here I can write anything, suppose music. Okay, so here now if I run it, okay, wait a second, I think this is causing a problem. Okay, and for makedirs, let me change my directory, current working directory. So I just use os.csdir, and here let me just take it, copy, and here let me paste it. Okay, now if I'll run it, you can just see that. Wait a second. Oh, okay. So here the mistake is that it should be makedirs. So you should also remember that here it should be mkdir, and in makedirs it should be makedirs. Okay. So you can see here new folder has been created, and inside that music has also been created. Okay. Now about how to delete the file, how to delete the folder which have some other folders and files as well. As you know that rmdir only removes the folder that is empty, but how can we delete the folder that is full of files and other folders? So for that we import shutil module. Okay, and here what I can do is I can just write shutil dot rm3. Okay, and here I can just give the name of this folder python tut. Okay, just copy it and paste it here. Okay, now let me just comment this out. Now, so this python tut was the folder that I made for making you clear about these directories. Okay, now here if I run it, see python tut has been deleted. But now the one thing that you need to remember is that shutil.rm3 will permanently delete your folder, and that folder won't be in your recycle bin as well. Okay, it has permanently deleted your folder and it has not sent that folder to recycle bin. Okay, you need to remember that. So now as you can see that the folder has been deleted. So right, that was it for today's video. Hope you find it interesting to work with files using Python. Okay, so see you soon in my next video, guys. Thank you so much for being with me till the end of this session.